What's up, CEOs? Okay, it's your girl Shamel coming to you with criminal background and getting licensed. If you're watching this right now, then type replay because you're probably watching the replay as we wait for people to come in live. And if you're watching the replay and you're like, well, how do I get on this thing live so that I can get some questions answered? Then you just join the Facebook group and you can join these videos live. So let me introduce myself because there are a few new people around the Auto Dealer Business School, but I'm Shamel and I started the Auto Dealer Business School because when I was in the trenches, when I started, I wished that there was something like the Auto Dealer Business School to tell me what to do and how to run my business. So that's what I do. I help beginner auto dealers to understand how to open and how to operate their used car sales business to the tune of six figures easily. All the things to do, all the things to watch out for, all the things you'll need, and how to survive, like how to cope. The auto dealer entrepreneur life. Okay, and how to build your dream dealership where you can make a living selling used cars, like something that can replace your job or your income you have now if you so choose, right? So, that's who I am. Earlier this year, I was a speaker at the NADA conference, the National Auto Dealer Association conference, talking about auto dealering, right? Like the business and the dealership and how to operate your dealership. And the Auto Dealer Business School is A+ BBB rated. And we have over 150 members currently who are learning six-figure car sales and how to focus on their profit, and who are learning how to accelerate to their dream dealership and everything that you need to do there. So some of those testimonials are also available on video as well. I'm going to do a little better to get more testimonials because I understand that it is seeing other people's success that helps you to understand that you can do it too, right? Representation matters, okay? So after I done went through all that, let's get to getting licensed and like getting your foot in the door, even if you have a criminal background. And I'm talking misdemeanors, felonies, like anything criminal. But it's mostly felonies that I think require some extra steps. And I say I think because most states might still require some of these states for misdemeanors, but I know in some states that you don't have extra steps. But we're going to go through the steps today so that you're not intimidated, because the reality is that you can get it done. You know, they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Well, let's take a bite and get this license, even if you have a criminal background. All right. So when I'm talking about criminal background, I'm talking about misdemeanors and felonies, as well as some tickets within the last 3 to 5 years. Okay. So when you go on the application, there's a question about your criminal background, and it's like yes or no to certain questions, right? And so if you answer yes to any of those questions, now you have to do some other things, right? And one of those questions is if you've had any tickets in the last 3 to 5 years, depending on the state, okay? And I keep saying depending on the state, but I am definitely going to break down state by state, step by step on how to get licensed in drama-free licensing, which will open within a week. So if you want to know more about your specific state and specific steps to take, then join Drama Free Licensing. So if you answer yes to any of those questions, now you got to do a couple of other things. What I recommend you do is this. One, you can call the licensing board. And I've said this many times, like call the licensing board and say, hey, I have a criminal background. What is the procedure for me to apply? And have them tell you exactly what their procedure and policy is. And they will tell you. You can call the licensing board. They are your friend in that aspect, like answering questions to help get you in the game. Yes, they are there for that. So call the licensing board to understand what do you need to do if you have a criminal background. Let me know who is with me. I see some people on, but I have not, I don't know who you are. So let me know who is with me. I'm trying to see if I can pull up names on something else, but I can't right now. But okay, so that's step number 1. Call the licensing board. So once you call the licensing board and you understand what their procedures are, and just to give you an idea of what some of the procedures are, sometimes they have a schedule. That's what I call it, like a schedule for the different classes of felony. So if you have this type of felony, you have to wait this many years, or if you have another type, you have to wait this many years, etc. When you're calling the licensing board, you're understanding if that's the case for them. Now, I am being vague in this video because things change all the time. You know, I'm trying to get as specific as possible, but the specific advice here is to call and find out what their current policy and procedures are around disclosing a criminal background. Okay, so understand if they have a schedule going on. Okay, so after you understand that and you are cleared to basically apply, and they don't clear you to apply. What I mean by cleared is you have understood what their requirements are, you meet those requirements, and so now you're going through the licensing process. When you go through the application, it is very important to disclose everything. And that would mean every arrest, every ticket within the last 3 to 5 years, like everything. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Disclose everything. Why? Because they're going to find out, because you have to do a fingerprint, right? They're going to find out. And if your fingerprints matches like an arrest record and you did not disclose that arrest and explain what that is, you have given up your opportunity to have the floor. And in some states, they, of course, deny your application and then don't even allow you to reapply without the assistance of an attorney. So it gets kind of hectic if you are found to have not disclosed all of the criminal background history. You want to just avoid all that drama and just disclose everything. Nobody is judging you. We all, have done some things that we wish we wouldn't have, or if we had known better, we would have done better. If we had different circumstances, we would have done something different, right? So forgive yourself, understand that, hey, it is what it is. Let me disclose everything so that I can move to the next level of this application. All right. There have been cases where people did not disclose and they have not been able to reapply yet. Don't throw away your opportunity by just not disclosing everything. Okay. So disclose everything. All right. Now, what I mean by disclose everything, they're going to ask you for your history. So they want you to go down the list like, hey, arrests, did this arrest lead to a conviction? And if it did, they want you to attach your certified copies of your court disposition papers. Now, you have to get the copy certified. So of course you can get the information and it's not certified, right? That's why they're making a distinction between certified and not certified, because there are copies that are not certified and those are not the ones that should be attached to your application. You feel me? So you have to go down to, if you're like, I have no idea how to do this, then you have to go down to the county where the arrest happened or the history happened with the incident, and you have to go and retrieve those documents. Then you have to pay for them to be certified. There is a different fee for certified documents, okay? And if you need more help with this and more details, I will have that help for you inside Drama Free Licensing, and I'll put the link in the description so you can sign up, all right? But this is totally something you can do. You have to visit the county courthouse to get a copy and have it certified. Now, I know that there are some people who have moved from where something happened. In those cases, you can get it mailed, okay? But just allow the time and also pay for the certified copy so that you can have them mail you the documents. And they'll outline when you call the courthouse, or if you go on their website, each courthouse will outline how that process works, what you need to do. Most likely you got to pay up front, most likely not with a check, most likely with like a money order or some kind of cashier's check, some kind of guaranteed funds, okay? So these are just some common practices so you'll have a heads up of how this process looks, all right? So, yes, any questions so far? I see some people on, but I do not see no comments. So I'm hoping that everything is everything and going according to plan, because I don't see nothing. All right, so let me just make sure the video is showing up. Okay, it does look like it's good. Okay, all right, so last thing. Okay, you have called them, you understand, hey, that you have everything you need to go ahead and apply, including that you've met any kind of time schedule that they might have for the different offenses. So now you move forward with the application. You check all the appropriate boxes. You list all of the criminal background. You get your court certified disposition papers from the incident. And now you submit the application, right, with all the other requirements, right? And like I said, I go through all the requirements step by step in Drama Free Licensing. So you submit the application. Now, most times they will require you to go before the board, depending on the offense, okay? So and things have changed a lot during COVID. A lot of offenses that previously requires you to present yourself before the board have been changed because, hey, they're like, hey, it's COVID, and, you know, these are the ones that we say don't have to come before the board. These are the ones that do, right? To explain basically what the situation was and how you are rehabilitated from whatever happened and how you can move forward in good faith. All they really want to know is that they not gonna have no problems, ain't gonna be no smoke with you and this license and people's money and giving people's cars, right? Like all they want to know is this person about to defraud anybody? So I'm telling you that because I want you to know that should be the focus of your conversation. Like, hey, I understand that, you know, these things are not right. And this is what I want to do with my life moving forward, et cetera, like explaining it from that standpoint. Okay. And they will let you know, when to come before the board or how to come before the board. Some of them may just want you to write a letter. Some may want you to attend in person. Some may do a virtual meeting just to see and connect with you, and it will be with the board members. All right. So every state has board members, appointed board members for the licensing board. And those are the people I'm talking about that will be basically understanding if the behavior will continue or if it is rehabilitated, right? So the board usually has a meeting schedule. So when you submit your application, you can get an idea of, hey, am I submitting it in enough time to go before the next board? Or am I submitting it now knowing that the board's not going to meet for a while? Like, you can look at the board's meeting schedule so you can see like when they're going to meet. Okay. And you can plan your application accordingly. Again, if you're like, what? More help in drama-free licensing. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm not able to see any comments right now. So if you are writing comments, I don't know what's up with that, but I will definitely answer questions later. I will put a link to drama-free licensing that opens soon. Also, if you need a strategy session, actually those strategy sessions, I have changed the policy where, I feel like it's best when someone's already licensed because we can actually have a strategy to move forward with your business. If you're not licensed, then your strategy is just to get licensed. And that strategy is going to be inside drama-free licensing. Okay. So, I will put the link to the drama-free licensing and trying to think if there are any other resource links I have for you on this matter. I can't think of anything else, but if you're like, hey, this would be helpful, let me know and I'll put them in the description. Hopefully this was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, then help me to understand what you felt you didn't get or that you would want to get out of this conversation. So that you can you can move forward. I'm doing this because I realize there are a lot of people who are stuck right before the application process and they are not able to move forward because of not knowing, right? Not knowing what to expect. So now you know what to expect. If you have a criminal background, get that application in. If you need help, I'll see you in drama-free licensing. As always, I am praying for your success. And I wish you all the best. Talk to you next week. Bye.